Hi, I'm Courtney at womenlivingwell.org, home of Good Morning Girls, and we are reading through the Bible cover to cover, just one chapter a day. And today we're up to about Genesis chapter 24, 25, 26, 27. That story in there that's happening, we see Rebecca not waiting on God, getting ahead of God. Have you ever had that in your life where you were waiting and waiting and waiting on God to answer a prayer and you just do not see how God's going to come through? It just doesn't seem possible. And so you decide to maybe get ahead of God. You decide to maybe manipulate the situation to get the outcome that you want because you're tired of waiting on God. I think that there's not a woman watching this that can't say that she hasn't in her life wanted to try to maybe solve problems for her children or her husband or someone she loved and didn't want to maybe get in there and try to manipulate things to get things to work out the way she wants them to work out. It's tempting to not wait on God, to not live our lives in faith, but to take control. We want to control things in our lives. Well, I want to compare today Sarah and Rebecca because both of them were given a promise from God that many descendants would come from them, that a promised nation would come from them. Yet both of them were women who were barren, who had to wait and wait and wait on God to give them this promised child that they had been told of from the Lord. Now Sarah decided she couldn't wait any longer. She didn't see how God was going to come through, and so she offers her servant Hagar to Abraham, and then the servant gives birth to a child, Ishmael, and it's a permanent mess in their lives. Ishmael is permanent. He's not going anywhere. A little boy's born, and that became a problem, and that hurt Abraham because now he had to send his son away, and it was a mess. Sarah made a mess because she wouldn't wait on God. But God was faithful. He still came through. He gave her that promised child, Isaac. And then we see that Rebecca marries Isaac, and Rebecca gets this promise. And she is told that, the babies are in her womb, and she has twins in there, and it says that the older will serve the younger. And so she has this promise. She knows that Jacob is going to be the one who's the leader in their family. But she can't see how that's going to play out. She has that promise from God, but she can't wait to see the miracle. How is God going to do this? So instead of waiting, she manipulates the situation. She takes control of the situation. She gets her hands involved, and it gets messy because she is sinning. She is getting ahead of God. She had this promise but couldn't wait. And so she helps Jacob come up with a plan to go in and deceive Isaac, and then Isaac gives the blessing to Jacob. And when Esau goes in to get his blessing and Isaac realized what he has done, the Bible says that he shook violently. Rebecca hurt her husband, and Rebecca hurt her sons. Because now Esau wants to kill Jacob, and Jacob has to go on the run, and Rebecca will never see Jacob again. Another godly woman who made a permanent problem in her sons' lives, and she was a part of making this mess, and Sarah was a part of making this mess. May we never make messes out of our lives because we can't wait on God. I pray that we would be women of confidence, knowing my God is in control, and I can trust him. I don't have to be in control. I pray that we would be willing to wait and wait and wait, that we wouldn't give that sin would not be an option to try to solve problems, deceiving our husbands, or, just trying to be, mama bear, fixing things for our kids. We need to wait on God and see what he's going to do. So I just want to encourage you today, whatever that problem is that is before you, I pray that you would continue to wait on God. Wait on him to open doors. Let him sovereignly go ahead of you. Don't make messes by trying to take things into your own hands. And then when God does that miracle, he will get all the glory. Walk with the King.